Anxiety is hard for a lot of people. They get anxious around people, they get anxious with certain situations, public speaking, they could get anxious even going down the road. You could get anxious being in new settings, and I get that quite a lot. I also get, panic attacks very rarely, but when you're overthinking with being anxious, you often think about panic attacks and you're scared to have one because you're overthinking about being anxious. So, the anxiety often leads to the panic attacks. And I'm on holiday and I'm overthinking about what's going on at home. What's my next plan? What's my next move? What's my next business venture? What's my next future movement? So when I'm on holiday, I'm non-stop thinking. When I'm trying to be relaxing at the pool, and it's hard to break free from the anxiety or the fear of having a panic attack. So it's overthinking, and then your mind runs free. And it's literally, your mind runs free to a point that you can't control it, and that's just before a panic attack. So you're overthinking all the time, and who said what, he said this, who said that, what am I going to do with money when I get back? Have I got enough money? How can I earn more money? Is the business going okay? Is the organization going okay? Is the grants going okay? Have I got a lot of pressure? Is the boy going to be okay? Is the house going to be okay? Can I pay these bills? Can I pay those bills? Am I going to get 10 grand next year? Am I going to get 100 grand next year? Do I want to get, how much success do I want to have? And everything in your head is like just non-stop, and it's hard to explain to somebody what your mind's going through sometimes if they've never had any sort of anxiety, if they've never had suicidal thoughts, if they've never had panic attacks. It's hard to explain what you're going through like nearly 24/7, because your mind's always working. It's overtime all the time, and some people escape from that with alcohol or drugs. Personally, I don't, but it's just hard to explain. Anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and sometimes, I think a lot of times, 90% of the times, they all tie in together with the anxiety, the depression, the panic attacks. So yeah, I'm very hard on myself in my mind in that respect. It is non-stop. It is always thinking about things that either didn't happen, haven't happened, wouldn't happen. But it's scary to think about the future. It's scary to think about the past. It's scary to think that I can't stop thinking, which is hard to explain to people who've never suffered from obviously those things that I mentioned. But I thought I'd catch it on video for you guys. But stay strong. I'm supposed to be relaxing, so I'm gonna try. Go play some cards, have a few drinks, chill out. But yeah, it happens to all of us. The strong ones, the weaker ones, as they say. We all get different mindsets. We've all got ups and downs. So no matter what you're going through or what you're suffering from, whether it be suicidal thoughts, panic attacks, depression, just stay strong. A lot of us do get it that we don't say about it, and you'll get there. Just breathe. Alright, I'm out, guys.
Hey, can you hear that old school banger? What's it gonna be? Anyway, driving past a mental institute where they keep all people with difficulties. And there's one guy who walks up and down the street and he picks up fag butts from the floor. He's relatively harmless, but he just walks up and down, which is a bit crazy. Just goes up to his local shop, walks up and down. Obviously he's not all there, but it's sad really. Another one of them goes down to this bus stop and waits at the bus stop with like a backpack, and he looks like he's going to go travelling. But he also just stands there, walks up and down at the bus stop for hours on end, for days. It's crazy. But hopefully they get the help and support that they need. On a mental note, I've been a bit fluctuated, a bit up and down on my mental note. Been very depressed, very unmotivated. And that may be due to the 2-week holiday I had in Turkey. Woo! And then now I was back for about just over a week and a bit, and now I'm off again for a lads holiday off to Malia. Woo! I am blessed, I am lucky, and it is an opportunity to get out there and have fun and enjoy myself, and having 2 holidays so close together as well, that's beautiful. But on another note, it messes up my gym regime, which obviously messes with your head, because like I said, going to the gym really does clear your head. It is a therapy, and it's something that I really do miss a lot of the time. Well, look at that, the car in front of me. I slept with her. I believe I did anyway. But yeah, that kind of messes with your head. You know, suffering from depression or anxiety or anything like that. I mean, I've got no severe cases, I don't believe. I've not been to the doctors about it. But yeah, I really do get down and unmotivated. So yeah, I like to get back into the routine soon. You know, not a strict routine of going to the work non-stop and 9 to 5 and love that, but I do want to get back into the routine of gym and yeah, fucking idiot, going to the gym and sorting out my mindset and getting more focused with business and getting in the big money and getting it all down on paper, and then hopefully build up that money and then go into property. But it's going to take a while yet. Anyway, I'm going to head to town. Bloody hell. I'm going to head to town. Got some bits to do. Need to change up from English to Euros for the Malia trip. Clubs 1830s. Yeah, sorry I've been so up and down with the vlogs. I'll check you soon. Yeah, I'll be able to make this afternoon. No problem, thank you. I'm just on hold with the hospital. They've rang me and said I need an emergency appointment about the lump in my tip. I didn't think it was an emergency. The doctor didn't sound too concerned. She said 2 to 4 weeks, and they rang me up and said it's going to be an emergency appointment. It's scary, really. Thinking it was alright, and then hello. 6 o'clock this evening? Yep. Where do I go? Just the main entrance, is it? Lovely, 6 o'clock this evening. Thank you very much. Thank you, bye. So I went to the doctors and obviously had that initial talk about the lump, and then she done some examinations, which I'm not sure, you know, what she found, this lady doctor, but obviously it's not good news if they're gonna book me in for an emergency screening. Bit scared. Could be nothing. Should be nothing. It is scary. Past the sweet shop, yeah.
I can't get through either.
Past the sweet shop on the right hand side. Beautiful. Lovely, I'll have a look down there. Thank you. Bye. Yo! How we doing, guys? So, look at, oh, that was a good view. Let me turn that down. So how we doing, guys? How we doing? How we doing? So from that hospital visit, I was very worried. Obviously, I've been worried for some weeks now about that lump in my left hip, which is underneath my nipple. I thought it was gyno, which is from steroids use, and
Gyno is when your nipples become puffy because your estrogen levels are up and down and your testosterone levels are up and down because you're injecting testosterone and stuff like that. But obviously I haven't taken those steroids in some time, so when it was lumpy, I was like, wow, you know, if there's no, you know, drugs going in, how is there a side effect without the actual drug? And then I went to the doctors, and doctors said to me, you know, okay, fair enough that you've taken some steroids, but we need to take precautions. And then they checked all your armpits because that's where your lymph glands are or something like that. That can indicate that you do have cancer. So they said to me, you know, don't worry about it. It's about 2 to 4 weeks wait before you can go to the hospital, you know, or when we do sort you in the hospital if it's non-emergency. And then I got a phone call from the hospital a few days later saying, look, you need to come up. We need to check this shit out. And I was like, wow, if they're asking me to come up so quick, then, you know, is there something wrong? Why are they asking me to come up? Maybe it's a, you know, miscommunication, maybe. But I was a bit worried because they tried to get me in straight away. I said, look, I can't come up Thursday. I'm going to be on holiday to Malia. And they said, okay, can you come in tomorrow, today? I was like, well, you need to see me that quick. Like, why? Like, am I going to die? Like, what's going on? And I was really, really worried, obviously. I've already been worried for weeks. And now that they said, you know, we need to see you now, I was even, you know, more worried. And don't tell nobody else about that, though, because you've got to keep that man image. But, yeah. As soon as seen the doctor up at the hospital, we had a little feel around, and he said, you know what, you've taken steroids, and what the side effects of steroids is, it can come at any point, and that is, I lost the paperwork, it's glinosymphonia, something like that, but gyno, it's called gyno for short, and that is the puffiness of the nipples and the discs and the lumps underneath the nipple, which is the female kind of estrogen levels up and down, the testosterone level, which it produces the male kind of tenderness of the nipples and little lumpy bit behind there. But yeah, he said nothing to worry about. So you haven't got the big C, you don't have to worry about a lump, you don't have to worry about anything like that. It is, you know, he's like 99% sure that it is that from the steroid abuse. You're going to do blood tests and that, but other than that, it's a big ease off my shoulders. And now it's Malia today, that's why I've got the sunglasses inside and I've got a hat on backwards because I'm not ready yet as usual. It's a male thing. Another one of my friends is down the pub already. He's been down the pub like since 1 o'clock and we're not flying until like 9:45. Well done, J-Man. Right, that's the last bit of this vlog. Sorry it's a bit up and down. It's kind of depressed really, and you can see why I kind of up and down and mental state and that. But I'm hoping the next vlog's going to be a bit more exciting, a bit more anyway, have fun guys, peace and love, be the best person that you can be the best version of yourself. Things will change, things will be scary, and life can end at any minute. So live for today, plan for tomorrow, and keep moving forward. Anyway, I got to finish packing, and I've got some t-shirts that I'm not ready for Malia. But I'm lads holiday, 1 week in Malia, only 3 lads. We had 7 last year, but the rest of them all flopped it because they're all a bunch of pummets. No, they all flopped it because they've got different responsibilities. One's living in the other side of the world and that, and the rest are just shit at planning. I'm out guys, peace and love to you all.
You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down.
I'ma work to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath.